Hello everyone, this is N. Purnima Deepthi working as an assistant professor in the Department of ECE MLRIT. This video is the part of microprocessors and microcontrollers series. If anyone didn't watch the previous videos, please go through the previous videos because this video is the continuation of the previous videos. So in this video, I will be discussing what are the architecture of 8086. In that 8086, what are the units present and how the registers are organized in this 8086 microprocessor. Going to the architecture of 8086, this is the architecture of 8086. So in this architecture, it has been divided into two blocks. First one is BIU and second one is EU, where BIU is bus interface unit and EU is execution unit. EU is execution unit. Here, the bus interfacing unit is responsible for fetching instructions from memory and decoding them, and it also manages data transfers between the microprocessor and memory and input-output devices. It fetches the instruction codes and stored fetched instruction codes in the first in first out unit, which is nothing but the instruction stream byte queue. Here, this block is responsible to calculate the 20-bit physical address which is used by the 8086 microprocessor. And here, memory interfacing is totally depends upon this unit. BIU is responsible to fetch the instructions or to communicate with the external peripheral devices which will be interfacing to the microprocessors. Here, the segment registers are also present in BIU unit. ES is extra segment and CS is code segment, SS is stack segment, whereas DS is data segment, which is used to hold the starting address of their respective segments. So here instruction pointer which is used for the offset of data segment. Here this BIU is responsible to fetch the instructions and to prefetch the instructions which is used to hold by the queue, and to calculate the physical address which is useful to calculate the 20-bit physical address. And the execution unit is responsible to execute the instructions which is already prefetched by the queue, and this control system is used to send the control signals to write the operation or to read the data from the memory or to write the output to the memory or external outputs. So here these are the general purpose registers. These four registers are general purpose registers which is used to hold the data or to perform any storing operations. And here these two registers SP and BP are stack pointer and base pointer registers which is particularly used to store the offset address for this particular segment registers. And SIDS, these are index registers which is also used to store the offset of particular segments. Here the flag register is there, and this is the unit which is used to perform the arithmetical and logical operations. So BIU unit is responsible for fetching instructions from memory and decoding them, and it is the unit which transfers the data between the microprocessor, memory or input-output devices, any external devices which will be interfacing to the 8086 microprocessor. It also fetches the instruction codes and it stores the fetched instruction codes in queue. Here the queue is 6-byte queue. 6-byte queue. Why? Because why 6-byte means the size of the queue here in 8086 is 6 bytes, because the maximum size of the instruction in 8086 is 6 bytes to store the complete instruction in one time. So we are using here a queue. And BIU computes 20-bit physical address. As you all know that we are having 20-bit address lines. These 20-bit address lines can access up to 1 MB of memory. To access 1 MB of memory, we know that we need to have 20-bit address lines. So 20-bit address lines. But here in 8086, all the registers present in 8086 completely 14 registers are there, which is of having 16-bit in size. So only 16-bit registers are there. So how to store this 20-bit of data using 16-bit registers? So that's why the 8086 will calculate physical address by using two 16-bit registers, by using the like you can say by using the formula where physical address is equals to the segment address into 10H plus offset address of particular segment, offset address of that particular segment. So to calculate this physical address, BIU unit computes the 20 bits physical address, which will be seen. So coming to the execution unit, here EU contains control unit, instruction decoder, ALU, pointers, index registers and flag registers. The flag register is a register which shows the status of the output or status of the system, and there is a flag control registers, system control flags also. So EU decodes instructions already prefetched by the queue in BIU unit. So these control signals are used to generate the operations which will be performing, and the ALU perform arithmetical and logical operations given in the instructions. Control unit directs internal operations to fetch the data, to read the data, or to write the operation. Which operation you need to perform, that control unit directs internal operations. And this is the register set of 8086. Here we are having 14 registers which is of 16-bit in size. Each one is having 16 bits in size. 14 registers, 16-bit in size. Out of these 14 registers, it is categorized into three types. First one is general purpose registers. Second one is special purpose registers. Again, these special purpose registers has been categorized into two types: index register and pointer register. And third one is segment registers. Segment registers. These are the total overall, and the fourth one is also flag register. These are the complete set of registers which we will be having in the 8086 microprocessor. Here these four registers which we are seeing, AX, BX, CX and DX. These four registers are the general purpose registers, and SP, BP, stack pointer and base pointer are the pointer registers. Instruction pointer is the instruction pointer. IP is the instruction pointer register which is used to hold the offset for the code segment. And here source index and destination index are the index registers. And there are four segmented registers: code segment, data segment, stack segment and extra segment. These registers usually hold the starting address of that particular segment registers, and the flag registers which will be shows the status of the microprocessor. General purpose registers. Here the general purpose registers AX is of 16-bit size. So these AX will be divided into lower byte and higher byte AH, each of 8 bits in size. So for performing any 8-bit operations, you can utilize this lower or higher bit register also. And AX is usually called as an accumulator, and most of the cases the outputs will be stored in the accumulator itself. Here AX preferred register to use in arithmetical, logical, and whereas data transfer registers also. And the BX register is also general purpose register. It is also having the same methods like BH and BL of individual 8 bits. For 8-bit operations, you can utilize BH or BL register, and most of the cases this register is used to hold the offset address for data segment. Hold the offset address for data segment. Most of the cases this register is used for array operations. And CX register, usually CX register is considered as a count register for any loop operations. If continuous loop operations is there, we can use this CX register for the loop operations. And shift and rotate operations also we can use this count register. DX register is a data register. While coming to the multiplication and division operations in 8086, we are having most of the cases when we are multiplying 16-bit data into 16-bit data, the output will always greater than the 16-bit data. So the output is overflowed from the 16-bit register, then the second register is used to hold the highest byte of the output. So in such cases, the multiplication and division cases, and division also we are having two outputs, one is the remainder and one is the coefficient. To store such two outputs, this DX register is considered as the output register, similar to the AX register for only multiplications and division operations. And most of the cases it is used to hold input-output addresses during input-output instructions. Coming to the segment registers, these are the segment registers. These segment registers is also the 16-bit registers. The total memory of 8086 which can supported by 8086 is 1 MB memory. This 1 MB memory has been segmented into 16 segments, which is of having 64 KB in size. So out of these 16 segments, most of the cases we will be using only 4 segments. Here is the 4 segments: code segment, stack segment, data segment, and ES segment. To hold the starting address of that particular 64 KB means the minimum size of the address would be the 4 zeros and the maximum size is 4 Fs. So to hold the starting address of that particular register, we will be using this code segment registers. CS is used to hold the segment address of code segment register, SS for stack segment register, DS for data segment register, and ES for extra segment registers. Coming to the special purpose registers, SP and BP. These two, so stack pointer and base pointer, these two registers are used to store the offset of stack segment. To find out the physical address, we need to have two addresses. One is for the segment address, which will be holded by the segment registers, and another is the offset address, which will be holded by particular registers. These two registers are used to hold the offset address of stack segment. SI and DI are used to hold the offset address for extra segment, as well as SI is used to hold the offset for data segment also. For data segment registers, the offset will be stored by either BX register or SI register or DI register. These registers are used to hold the offset of that particular data segment. And coming to the code segment, IP, instruction pointer, is used to hold the offset for code segment. Stack pointer register is used to hold the topmost address of the stack memory. Here BP is used for base pointer, is used to base address, which is nothing but the offset address. SI and DI is used for hold the offset address of stack segment, and instruction pointer is used to hold the offset of code segment.
So now let us see what are the basic methods or basic analysis of the electrical networks. So the basic methods in order to solve a big complex network is mesh.
And the last one in the register organization is the flag register. It is also 16-bit flag register, but here only 9 flags will be used. Out of these 9 flags, 6 are to store the status of the either operations or the system, and 3 are control flags. Here the 6 status flags are: one is overflow flag. If the output is greater than the 16-bit registers, then this overflow flag is enabled. And the second one is this DF is the control flag. Okay, IF interrupt flag, this is also control flag, and TF trap flag. These 3 flags are considered as the control flags in 8086. Here SF is the sign flag to indicate the sign of any output. If the output is having the negative answer, negative -25 like that, so to indicate such type of negative, we are using this sign flag. If sign flag is set to 1, it is considered that the output is negative, and if it is 0, then the output is positive. And ZF is the 0 flag, which you can say by setting, if the 0 flag is set to 1, we can say that the output is completely 0. If it is not 1 or 0, then you can say that we are having some output not equals to 0. And AF is the auxiliary flag. If we are having the carry within the nibble of the output, then we can say that auxiliary carry flag is enabled. This one is the parity flag. If the number of ones in the outputs is even, we can say that parity flag is set. And CF is the carry flag. If we are having the most significant, if we are getting any carry in the most significant bit after the any operations, then we can say that carry flag will be enabled. Coming to the all these flags which I have been discussed, consider as a conditional flags, which shows the status. And these 3 flags are used to control the processor, which we can say the control flags. Here the trap flag. The trap flag is set, then the processor will execute the whole program at once. Whereas the trap flag is reset, the processor will be executed in step-by-step sequence. So if we are keeping trap flag, you can say that your processor will be entered into the step-by-step procedure. So first instruction will be executed, next one after one instruction it will be executed like that. In the interrupt flag, this flag is set when the maskable interrupt is enabled, whereas it is reset when the maskable interrupt is disabled. And the direction flag, you can say that the flag is this direction flag is reset when the bits are accessed from higher memory addresses to the lower memory addresses, whereas it is resetted when the bits are accessed from lower memory addresses to the higher memory addresses, if we consider this as a memory. So direction flag will be set when it accesses the memory addresses from the higher to lower, and it will be reset when we are accessing the data from the memory and lower to higher levels. These are all about the register organization. So until now we have discussed about the architecture of 8086 and register organization, and how these registers are arranged in the architecture, and how architecture has been divided into 2 parts. Thank you.